So what I am going to talk is about the music examinations at the beginning and a little bit of South Indian music and also some Western music in particular. So first of all, I'm just coming into the main part which I was called for. Music examinations. I have taken a book with me, which is grade 8, a book for the electronic keyboard from the Trinity College, London. And when I was asked to do this thing, first thing I need to check is that whether this keyboard is suitable for an examination for a grade 8 level. So that is something I want to tell you. This book, it's given the specifications, what is required for an instrument to do an examination at a grade 8 level. The specification they were asked is for a range of minimum 61 keys that we have here, 5 octaves altogether. And the second thing is the keyboard should be touch sensitive, and it should have an option for an external foot pedal. We have 2. One is for the sustain and the second is for the expression ones. All right, and the third one is basically it should have 8 registration memories. So this keyboard is the first one of this price range, coming up with 8 registration memories to store the orchestral changes and all the other details. So that is what they are looking for. And it should have a USB flash drive possibility, so that if in case something happens, you could collect all your settings up. So you should have a pen drive facility on that, or a flash drive facility. And the next thing they are asking is for key split function. This keyboard has a split function. Along with that, they have added, the Casio has added one more new thing, is that you can have a dual voice on the split. So that is amazing. And the next they are asking for the ability to transpose octaves to left and right on the both hands, whether it's a right hand main voice or the split voices. And substantial variety of voices and styles. That is, you have been listening that from the beginning of this show, because this keyboard has brought numerous voices. Like, for example, if you're taking piano, usually they'll be having only 4 or 5 pianos, but this one is having n number of pianos and a different sound. Like even the smallest changes are being noticed, and you can have the grand piano, the upright piano, the bright piano, the mellow piano. All these categories are being divided. Like, for example, when you come to a distortion guitar, you have a distortion 1, 2, 3. I don't have time to show the entire thing, but I'll be coming up with few of them. So in case, like just like our previous demonstrator, he has said, like the harmonium has 1, 2, 3. What is like a single reed, double reed, triple reed. So every single detail has been taken into account on this keyboard. So those are the things which actually like you require for a very professional keyboard. And different auto accompaniment chord setting, including fingered on bass, and full keyboard options. So that is the next one. And next they are looking for is the pedal option. We have the pedal ones. I said, why is that? The assignable pedal is basically, if in case both your hands are too busy doing something, you should be able to start your music with something. So you can assign it to the pedal. Or you need to have a tempo changes. You can just tap it like that. So all these functions can be assignable to the pedals. And the final thing they are looking for is the pitch bend wheel. And if you have a pitch bend wheel, then it is done. You can do the examination. All right. So, and one more thing, which is not given in the book, but since I'm teaching the London College of Music and also the Trinity College of Music keyboard students, even up to the grade 8 level or beyond that for the diplomas too, Trinity College is asking only for a 2 octave scales pattern. So it goes like this. If in case all right, if it's a London College of Music, then you can have 3 more octaves. Right, so 3 octaves is, then you have again 2 more octaves left over. So that is like in case if you are playing from the middle of an octave, like an A flat or a B flat or an F sharp, so you need to range up to this far. But still, you have 1 more octave left. So some of the keys will be covering the entire keyboard. But even still, this will be within that. So all the requirements that an examination board is looking for, even up to a grade 8 level, is there in this keyboard. And I have gone through the quality of the sound, and also I just want to start with the keyboard piece, which is called Palladio, and I just want to start with that, my performances. and it starts again with same thing. So that is what examinations is all about. So definitely this keyboard is a very good initiative for the students who are doing examinations. And one more thing I want to add, since I'm teaching for a long time, what I felt is for those who are doing higher grade exams would definitely will go for a costly keyboard for more than 50,000 of range. Only on that keyboard you will be having all these features coming up together. So from here on, there is an answer for the students who are having a limited budget. For the students who are really, because this is a very recommendable keyboard. I'm just saying from my heart, because there is nothing that Casio has left over, or every stone is unturned in this course of making this keyboard. That's what I felt, because everything that, every small thing that limitation what the budgeted keyboard was having was solved through this keyboard. So every single part, this is a very recommendable keyboard for every student, those who are doing examination, or even for performance. This is one thing that is an important part. You have been listening to how the performers are performing. And I said as a beginner you can start with. So this is one keyboard a music student can have for first 10 years of their performance, because all they require for up to that kind of standard is there in this keyboard. Because most of the new technology, the changes, you can have your own customized tones, rhythms, and everything is there in the keyboard. One important feature this keyboard has brought in, usually what we do is that we have to take the tones from somewhere else and to register it and to save it into the registration bank. This button is actually for examinations. And in the rhythm section, again, one button is given for rhythms. What they are looking for this part is on an examination, the book, they will be giving only hard rock or a specific a polka pop or something like that, is a reggae or a reggae style or something like that. So this will be the only names which will be given at the examination textbook. And we will be choosing it. Not every time we will be having a polka pop exactly like on a keyboard. So we will be modifying that polka to a polka pop, or either we take a pop to a polka pop. So on this one, we take the voices, it is given electronic piano, honky-tonky, harpsy. So every name is actually exactly written as, the Casio company has gone through, I think, the company has gone through all the textbooks, and the kind of the names, exactly what is coming for examination is given in this voice section, tone sections, and also for the rhythm part. On an examination, they won't be giving you 8, 16 beat, 2 or 1, nothing like that. It is just only 8 beat or a hard rock. So the names is exactly given here on the rhythm sections and the tone section. Now, adding to that, on that button, you can have user tones and user rhythms. If you are not satisfied with any of the voices, the names, you can have you can create, because you have all the editing functions in the keyboard. You can edit the voices and create your own tones on the user tones. If you are not, you are so talented to create your own rhythms, you can create the rhythms and save it into the user rhythms with all the accompaniments you want. Sometimes people won't need, I don't need all the guitars, I don't need all the pads. And you can just edit the whole thing, save it into the user rhythms. So that is the maximum that a student or an examination candidate requires in the course of grade 1 to 8 or a preliminary to grade 8 level. So this keyboard solves the entire issues that any student dealing with the electronic keyboard examinations. It doesn't matter which examination board it is, whether it is Trinity College of Music London, whether it's London College of Music, Victoria Conservatory of Music. ABRSM doesn't have a keyboard examination, so forget about that. But AIMAB, Australian Music Examinations Board, and the recently coming up new examination board is called University of South Africa. I have gone through their syllabus too. So even they have this only same requirement. There is no more requirement that examination boards has of grade 1 to or prelims to grade 8 level.